Your favorite film is awful.
Number 5, Charlie. What is it?
5 is another horror movie.
Oh, okay.
Another horror movie from 2020. There is a lot of horror movies, good horror movies.
Yeah, that's quite a few already.
There's a couple I missed as well. But this is Saint Maud.
Maud, he isn't real.
He's everywhere. He's physically in me.
Saint Maud.
I watched Saint Maud.
You did?
Yeah,
Nice.
I thought. Okay. Tell us what it was about and your feelings. Go.
I loved Saint Maud. I was freaked out from this movie from start to finish. The whole thing made me curl up inside. Like, it's really good. Well, first of all, I'll give you the premise. The premise is essentially about a carer who's very religious, a Christian, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
Who gets this new person to care for, and is getting very frustrated with the fact that she can't seem to fix her problem because she's dying of cancer, I believe.
I think so. Yeah, some life-threatening illness.
Yes, for some life-threatening illness, and she gets more and more frustrated with herself because with her religion. It's a very difficult movie to talk about, isn't it? Do you not think, in terms of its premise? And she slowly, I guess, starts to lose her mind in the process. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah,
it deserves nothing else. You deserve to go in. You deserve to go in knowing diddly squat. Because it's great, and it really plays on things that everyone can sort of feel was experienced, like in terms of like the horror or the squeamish moments play on things like someone picking a scab or like stepping on something sharp. Do you know what I mean? Like all these things that everyone stepped on a bit of Lego before. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone knows how painful that is. Well, imagine something really sharp, So it plays on those aspects and makes you feel really like squeamish. And I thought it was just a great character study, and it really puts you in the mind of the protagonist. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I thought it was fantastic. I feel like these next 5 movies you could change them around, essentially. But yeah, Saint Maud.
Yeah.
My number 5.
I will spoil that Saint Maud isn't on my top 10, but I feel like if I'd given it another watch, it would have been in my top 10.
Yeah.
Like,
I get you.
I could see that happening, sort of thing.
Definitely, yeah.
My turn. My 5th place winner. You don't win at 5th place. Good try. Well done, but no. Is a South Korean dystopian action thriller called Time to Hunt.
아무도 도와주지 않아. 어디에 있든 벗어날 수 없어.
Now, have you seen a heist film? Have you seen a buddies film? Have you seen a Terminator film, but not quite Terminator film, but like a Terminator light film? Put them all together, and that is Time to Hunt. It is a group plan and execute a heist, and then they get hunted by an assassin, and it's great, and it's full of action, and it's like this character. There's enough character for you to go in for that, and then there's so much just testosterone fueled action that you're just like, mate, I get these characters, but shit, look at that explosion. It's a great time.
Incredible. What a good way of explaining it, Luke.
Look
at that explosion.
Look at that explosion. But nah, the assassin does some mad shit that no person should be able to survive. It's just, it's great. I was fully on board. And yeah, that's my number 5. Some people will be asking...
This is what I love. I just love the way we both, like, review things. Like, it's like... Me, I'm trying to be like, it's a deep character
you're
analysis
definitely
study.
like,
and you're like, it's got action, it's got explosions. What more do you need? Exactly.
Yeah, there is definitely like you can tell which of us went to a film school.
I love it.
And which of us was like, hey, let's watch movies and do a bit of acting.
Well, it's great. That's what I think the dynamic is. That's what I like about it.
But yeah, no, it's so good. I feel like, yeah, I don't know why I prefer this to Tenet, like just enough to put it above Tenet in this list, but I do. I think it accepts what it is more for me, and I love it. It's so good. It's so good. I kind of want to watch it now. Can we wrap this up so I can watch Time to Hunt again?
Well, it's funny because I actually tried to squeeze it in before this podcast. I actually tried to watch it because I remember you mentioning it, so I was like, I knew that it was kind of in your top 10. I didn't know where it was. And I was curious because I was like, I hadn't heard of it. And I was like, I haven't actually seen really any foreign language movies this year. I was like, this is really bad. Like, usually I see like a few. Like I tried to watch, but like I said, I've been really bad on, last year, 2020. I've been really bad on that. So I did try to squeeze it in. I did enjoy what I saw. I do have my qualms.
Oh, yeah. It's not a perfect movie.
Yeah,
by any stretch,
but I understand why you enjoy it. I kind of parts of it feel like, I think where it's its strength is when parts of it feel like you're watching John Wick from the victim's perspective. Do you know what I mean? At some parts, like
no, there are some parts where you're just like, what the fuck? How are they gonna survive?
Yeah,
it's great.
Exactly.
I loved it. It was it's just a barrel of fun. It's not amazing, but it's for the year we got. That's definitely a highlight, and it deserves.
And it's your personal top 10.
And it's my me. Fight me.
Exactly.
Don't fight me. I will lose. But hey, number 4. What's the 4th place? What just missed out?
Number
on podium?
4. Number 4 is a movie I'm itching to talk about, particularly to you, Luke, because I think you're gonna like it.
Oh.
And I want to hear you talk about it on another podcast if you do watch it. Just want to see what you think. I mean, I'll say all this, and you'll probably be like, "No, I'm not watching it." So this is, I believe, Jim Cummings' second directorial debut. How can you have a second directorial debut? Second movie movie that he's directed and written. I believe he's definitely directed it. I'm pretty sure he wrote it as well. If you saw the movie Thunder Road, which I recommend, it's a low budget movie about a cop struggling to deal with his divorce and his career at the same time. It's a really good movie. There's a short film that I saw I was on like a university trip to Paris, and we went to like one of the film festivals there, and it played, and it was the only movie I saw at the festival that I remembered pretty much. Where I was like, this is good. The others were weren't the best. And everyone was laughing. It was very funny. And then because that short film did so well, he got the chance to make the feature of that, and it was great. Really like Thunder Road. Really pulls at the heartstrings. But I think he might have topped it. I think he might have topped it with his new movie, The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
You want to be sheriff? How about we start acting like one?
Now, this is a film about a sheriff who has anger management problems, and he is an alcoholic. And multiple women in this town are being assassinated. Well, not assassinated. Are being assassinated. That's a weird word. Are being killed by some sort of killer out there that has been leaving like paw prints.
Oh.
So everyone in the town believes it's a werewolf. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like everything, like it's clearly a werewolf, right? And this guy refuses to believe that it's not a werewolf. Meanwhile, his dad, he was the sheriff before, played by Robert Forster in unfortunately his last role before he passed away last year, which is really weird that it's his last role because the character he plays is like suffering with like old age essentially. So it's interesting.
Yes. Suffering with old age.
No, but you know what I mean, like with I think it's like Alzheimer's,
dementia.
I think like dementia and
dementia,
stuff. I'm not quite sure of the definition between the two.
Okay.
But definitely something like that. So he's dealing with that. He's also dealing with the fact that his daughter doesn't. He's trying to make a relationship. His daughter is not doing. How can I put it? It's like on the edge. They're not doing so well. Their father-daughter relationship isn't doing so well, and meanwhile he's got the whole town moaning at him. Why haven't you caught this killer that is clearly a werewolf? And he's like, it's not a bloody werewolf. These don't exist, right?
Yeah.
It's a fantastic movie. I loved it so much. It's very low budget, but it's not very low budget. It's like the budget that it has. I feel like he made the most out of what the budget he was given. He's a very resourceful filmmaker, and if you follow him on Twitter, he's all about like using what you have and doing things on a low budget. And he's always encouraging young filmmakers to like just go out there and film and use what you have. And he's a very inspirational person to follow. So I'd definitely follow him if you're a fellow filmmaker out there. But yeah, The Wolf of Snow Hollow, the techniques. It's an 80-minute movie as well. It's funny, it's scary, it's sad. It was everything I wanted. I was not expecting. I mean, it might not be in everyone's top 10 of the year. People might put it as an average movie or whatever, but I absolutely loved it. I think it was great. It sent me on a roller coaster ride. The characters are brilliant. There's a genuine mystery on what is going on. It's really annoying because I don't want to say too much. But it is let's just say it's a full out werewolf movie without saying too much. Like it's great. It's really really fun, and I think you'll really enjoy it, Luke. I had a really good time with it. So number 4, The Wolf of Snow Hollow. Highly recommend this one, because I think the other movies on my list people have probably seen or they've already been spoken about loads. Whereas this hasn't really been spoken about that much, because it's kind of a low-budget genre movie, which people don't really talk about, and you're not going to hear about it at any of the awards ceremonies. So please go out and watch this movie, and if you do and you like it, please tell me. I'd love to hear about it. But yeah, I think that's a good enough synopsis of that film. But yeah, that's my number 4, The Wolf of Snow Hollow of 2020.
Nice. I'm interested. You got me intrigued. You have both my interest and attention, so good job.
Cool.
Right, my number 4. Hey, you know Earth? You know how Earth is fucked?
Is this what you're doing? All these segues?
All the movies. I'm going to summarize a little bit and then I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you what it is. You know David Attenborough? Have you seen the film David Attenborough, A Life on Our Planet?
I have, and I don't know what. I don't know why I didn't think of the documentaries like that I've watched. I forgot, but I enjoyed that.
Yeah, no. So for those that don't know, it serves as a witness statement from Sir David Attenborough over his career from 1950s to like speculations of the future, and it's so weird because it just shows how much effect humans have had on the environment and how much we've destroyed it.
Yep.
Like, to the point where the current speculation is that within our lifetime, so me and you, Charlie, we're going to be old by then, but within our lifetime, Earth could end.
Yeah. Scary as hell.
What? Yeah, it was so great. It was just really like showed you how his life with nature has transpired, and how like throughout it you get like little chapters sort of things when it goes between the different decades and the different years, and it just shows you how much like wildlife has shrank and how much forests have shrank because we've colonized more and we've just dominated the earth and destroyed it because we're kind of parasitic. We're a little bit parasites, aren't we, humans? We're great. We're evolvers. We do what we want. We adapt. We don't evolve.
You have to say it like Agent Smith, though.
God.
A disease.
A disease.
A virus.
Oh, wow. and so many years later, he's still fucking telling the truth.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. That's my number 4. It's very eye-opening. It's very much like, hey, we might die.
Yep. That's a good shout. I enjoyed that. That scared the fucking life out of me when I watched that.
So it should, and the people
Yeah.
need to watch it and also be scared, because it's gonna happen. We're gonna get fucked.
Yep.
It's so weird that these pandemics have been like the best thing to happen to nature for fucking years, and it took humans staying at home for nearly a year to like fix nature a little bit. It's so bizarre.
What's your favorite? God, that's awful.
Favorite?
Awful. Your favorite film? Awful.